You press your mouth against someone else's mouth. You exchange saliva, you exchange bacteria. You exchange whatever bits of dinner got left behind. 80 million microbes change addresses in a single 10-second kiss. If a stranger did any part of that to you on a bus, you would call the police. But you call this romance. Stop and think about how strange that actually is. Every other animal on this planet figured out how to attract a mate without licking each other's faces. Peacocks use feathers, wolves use howls, humans use tongues. Somewhere in our past, someone pressed their lips to another person's lips, and instead of recoiling, they liked it, and then they did it again, and then an entire species decided this was normal. It is not normal. It is a leftover, a fossil, still beating, still warm, still hiding inside every first date and every wedding and every goodbye at an airport gate. And once you understand where it actually came from, you will never look at a kiss the same way again. Here's the theory that makes the most biological sense, and it has nothing to do with love. Picture a mother 12,000 years ago with a baby that has no teeth, no blender, no mashed carrots in a jar. She chews the food herself, softens it in her own mouth, and passes it mouth to mouth into her child's. This was not affection. This was survival. This was the only way to keep a soft, toothless creature alive long enough to grow teeth of its own. That motion, mouth against mouth, warmth against warmth. It got wired into the human brain as something safe, something nurturing, something that meant you are cared for, you are fed, you will live another day. Babies who received this survived. Babies who didn't, sometimes didn't. And the behavior stuck around long after the reason for it disappeared. Fast forward a few thousand generations, that same wiring, the one built for feeding infants, gets repurposed, recycled. Handed off to adults falling in love, the brain doesn't invent a brand new circuit for romance. It's lazy, it borrows the one that already existed. The one that once meant survival now means desire. But that is only half the story, and what comes next is even stranger. Because kissing is not just about comfort. It is also, biologically speaking, an inspection. Every time you kiss someone, your brain is running a test. A silent, ancient, absolutely brutal test. You are tasting their saliva. You're smelling the air off their skin. You're picking up chemical signals your conscious mind has no idea it's even reading. And what your body is checking for, underneath all the butterflies, is genetic compatibility. There is a set of genes called the MHC complex. It controls your immune system. And on some level, your body wants a partner whose immune genes are different from your own, because different immune genes mean offspring with a stronger, broader defense against disease. Study after study has shown that people rate the smell of MHC dissimilar partners as more attractive. Kissing puts your face close enough, your breath close enough, your skin close enough to run that test in real time. You think you're being romantic? Your body thinks it's screening a mate for disease resistance across future generations. It is running a background check on someone's DNA with your tongue. And here is where it gets worse. Not every human culture even does this. For a long time, anthropologists assumed romantic kissing was universal, something hardwired into every human on Earth. Then a study came out that shook that assumption apart. Researchers looked at nearly 200 cultures around the world and found that only about 46% of them showed any evidence of romantic sexual kissing at all. Less than half. Entire civilizations existed, thrived, fell in love, raised children, and never once pressed their lips together as a romantic act. Some cultures found the practice genuinely repulsive when they first encountered it. There are historical accounts of people from non-kissing societies reacting to European mouth kissing with actual disgust, describing it as savage, as unclean as something animals do. So if kissing isn't universal, it isn't pure instinct. It's part instinct, part invention. A behavior that started somewhere specific, in some specific population, and then spread through trade routes, spread through conquest, spread through migration, through empires, through the slow bleeding of one culture's customs into another's, until it became so common that people today assume it must be built into human nature itself. It isn't, it's a habit that won. But here's where the nightmare begins, if you want to call it that, because even the cultures that never kissed still bonded, still fell in love, still built families. They just found other doorways into that same ancient wiring. Nose pressing, breath sharing, forehead touches, different keys, same lock, because the actual target was never the kiss itself. The target was oxytocin. When you kiss someone you're attached to, your brain floods with oxytocin, the same hormone released when a mother holds her newborn, the same hormone that surges during childbirth and breastfeeding. Cortisol, your stress hormone, drops. Your heart rate can sync with the other person. Blood vessels dilate. For a few seconds, your body is doing everything it can to make you feel safe with another human being standing dangerously close to your face. And that is the part that should actually stop you. Your face is the most vulnerable, most exposed part of your entire body. Your eyes, your throat, your breath, nothing protecting it. In the animal world, letting another creature get that close to your face is usually the last mistake you ever make. So when you kiss someone on some buried ancient level, you are doing something your body was never designed to allow. You're letting a predator into striking range, and your brain rewards you for it anyway. Because somewhere back in the history of this species, letting someone that close stopped meaning danger and started meaning trust. That's the whole secret hiding inside something as small as a kiss. It's not really about lips, it's not really about love, not at first. It's a test your ancestors built to answer one question, over and over, generation after generation. Can I let this person get close enough to hurt me and trust that they won't? Every kiss you've ever given or received is an echo of that same ancient question. You're not just sharing a moment. You're running a test your great-great-grandparents' bodies were already running 100,000 years before either of you were born. And maybe that's what makes it so heavy, so charged, so impossible to fake convincingly. It's not really a gesture. It's a message passed mouth to mouth, down every generation that ever survived long enough to pass it on. I let you close, and you didn't hurt me. So the next time your lips touch someone else's, understand what you're actually doing. You're not performing a custom. You're continuing an unbroken chain of trust that stretches back further than language, further than fire, further than almost everything else that makes you human. And it only survived this long because, somehow, against every evolutionary instinct screaming otherwise, we kept choosing to let each other that close.